Hi guys, Trisha here from SmithsCraftyCreations.com. I want to do a little Z-fold card with you today, and I want to show you an easy way to do that. So, I'm basing it around this gorgeous Come Sail Away designer series paper. Is that the name of it actually? Hang on. Yes it is. Come Sail Away, I was right. Sorry, I'm knocking my phone about. And I'm going to base it on this side of the paper, and I'm going to have it monotone. So this is black, this is black with basic grey in the back. Okay, right, so what I want to do is I found this is an easier way to make a Z-fold card. So I'm just taking our standard A4 cardstock. I'm going to score at 3 and 6 inches. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to trim off 2 1-inch sections. Okay, so I'm doing a double Z banner. So these are 1 inch in width, like so. Now I think I'll have my card a little bit shorter. This measures, I'm going to trim it down to 6 inches, okay? Now let me see. Yeah, it's 6 by just under 6, so that'll do me absolutely fine. Now what you want to do is you fold it over like so, so that you have a Z card like that. Now you will need your bone folder just to press out the card. And what we're going to do is these 2 sections we're going to fold and burnish as well. Oh, listen to my dog groaning. And these are going to go on the opposite way. So that attaches there and that attaches there, and it's a perfect measurement, and then you open it up. Okay, so if I burnish this other side, and you do want to make sure that you're folding them in straight before burnishing. Isn't that awesome? Oh, fab. Right, so that's our Zs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this again. This is just under 6 inches by, just under 6 inches by 5 and 5/8 of an inch. So if I cut it to 5 and 4/8 by 5 and 7/8. 5 and 4/8 by 5 and 7/8. So 5 and 7/8 by 5 and 4/8. No, I've cut that one too thin, but I need that for my strips anyway. Start again. 5 and 5/8 by 5 and 1, 2, 3, 5 and 4/8. Okay, so that should cover this section here nice. That's good. Oops, sorry, wrong way. No, it isn't the wrong way. Awesome. Right, now I do want a bit of a border. Now these measure 3 inches each, so I want the same length, but for the 2 front panels I want 2 and 7/8. So there's one panel, 2 and 7/8. There's 2 panels. Right, so if I move that to the side a second, and I'll get these DSP layers stuck on the now. Now you need to watch, because sometimes it looks like the paper goes a certain way, but this one's fine. It's just all over the place, so it doesn't really matter. Now, wasn't actually keen on this pattern. But if you're not keen on a certain pattern, because let's face it, we'll all prefer one side to the other. If you're not keen, you should challenge yourself to make something different and to use that cardstock that you're not keen on. So that's what I've done today. And I am just making this up as I go, as you can tell, like I normally do. So these are sat at the same height as the larger panel, so that's fine. That actually follows into there, so I'm just going to stick it like that. Like so. I need to remember and stay in shot. I keep moving my camera about. See, that looks so much better already. How awesome is that? What a lovely card. And it's not even finished yet. Right. Now, these bad boys. Let me remember how they go on. So that's going to attach to there, and that's going to attach to there. Like so. Now, what I might do is just take my snips and I will snip off. In fact, yeah, I'll snip off about 1/8 of an inch off of each side because it is a bit tight. Do the same with this piece. I want it to open with ease. Don't want to be fighting with it. So if I do that, that is much better. And then we can still have it. You see here, this one is within the DSP area, and this one is just slightly overlapping, so let me trim it. I want it in that 1/8 of a border. Awesome. So let me glue this down. Always start with the back first. If I glue that down, shut the card and make sure it's straight. Yep, it is. Slide it along a little bit if need be. So that's fine. So I don't want to glue the front yet because I want to stick this one down as well. So I want to test it out first. So if that's stuck the same distance, yeah, it's going to be brilliant as well. Let me get this one stuck down. Come on. And I just want a little bit, little bit of a gap in between those two. And I'll show you why later on. Right. Now, we've definitely grasped that these are okay. So, hang on. Just want to pull this one over slightly. Right, now, what I want to do is attach that like so. A little bit on here. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. I'm awfully fatigued today. And I is concentrating. Right, so again, make sure they're stuck. And, oh look, how awesome does that look already? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, what I'm going to do, oh, I just poked myself in the eye. I've got a really sore eye. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Whisper White and, no, in fact, I'm going to get some basic grey. La la la, come on, where is my grey? Will I get basic grey or grey granite? Grey granite, yep. Grey granite, grey granite. Now I need my, I'm going to use my basic grey ink, or shall I use grey granite? I do not know yet. What I want to do is I want to take the stamp set. Where is it? Oh, I've got it here. I want to use the stamp set, and I am going to punch, I'm going to stamp and cut out a lighthouse, a little boat, a couple of boats, an anchor, and maybe this as well. So I'll come back to you once I've done that, okay? Hi guys, I'm back. So, just to recap, there's my double Z fold card, and I fussy cut on the grey granite paper. I've stamped in black, Memento black, tuxedo black it is, sorry, and I've fussy cut out some images. Now, what I want to do is, you'll see I have stamped out and punched 2 different sentiments, okay? So this is 1 3/4 inch punch, and that's a 2. We don't have the 1 3/4 anymore, so you might want to do this as 2 and this one is 2 1/4. Or you can die cut them out using your stitched framelit dies. Okay, and I have used the gorgeous classic label punch because I thought I'm going to make this a Father's Day card for my husband. So, and I've stamped the same, punched the same out in the black, and I'm going to cut that in half and just layer it up. So if I cut that in half, then now, and we'll get that done, and we'll just adhere, whoops, all the bitties together. Oh, my dog's groaning again. Right, so what I want to do, hang on, I need to tidy up a wee bit. What I want to do is put a little bit of Tombow on there and on there. Okay, now I want to do one bit at a time. So I'm just popping that on, and I just want the tiniest little kind of border. So that's about a 1/16 of an inch at the bottom. So if we do the same again at the top, about the same, you see that? And it looks like a, well, it is a layered up sentiment now, but it just gives it some extra oomph in the background. Right, now, what I have done with this stamp is I have just cut down the sides, and I'm going to adhere that to the front of the card just to make it look more like a natural scene. And you can add a little bit more colour to this if you want. So I am just going to glue that on basically. In fact, I might actually, yeah, I'm going to just glue it on. I don't want too much dimension on this front, so is it in shot? So I'm just going to take it down to the bottom. Whoops, a wee bit too much glue to the bottom. Make sure it's straight, the bottom of the card there, and you will see how awesome it looks. Now, what I wanted to do was to put this sentiment on here, or this one actually, no, not that one. I'm going to put that sentiment on there, but I am going to give another background to this using my Starburst punch. And again, I'm just using the same DSP. This will use up pretty much a full sheet, but you know what? It doesn't matter. And that is going to go on there like so, just to give it a little contrast. So, let's get that glued on. And again, wet glue is the best. Just make sure it's got an even edge all the way around. Okay. This one, however, I'm going to stick on with dimensionals. It's quite a lengthy card, but you shouldn't mind if it's for your husband, or your daddy, or your grandfather, or your stepdaddy, or someone that's like dad. Right, so if I pick them off, it doesn't matter what way this goes on, as long as it's centre, like so. Isn't that cute? Now, I'm not sure if it's going here yet, or up there, okay, but I want to show you the next step. on this one, I've purposely left a section here because I want to adhere it into the back of this panel. And again, it's just to give it a little bit more dimension. And that, of course, will fold in with the rest of the card. So that's on there. I'm going to take this little bad boy and stick it on also. Like that. And you'll see it will fold over. How gorgeous. I think what I'll do is I'll add this sentiment here because that'll cover this image. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So if I get the bottom, if I just sit that on there like so, that's pretty centre, isn't it? Then you don't see the image at the back. How fab. I think that's gorgeous. Right, now I want to add this onto here, I think, because when I open it up it's going to do that. So let's get that stuck down. You see how you're better just making it up as you go. Just make it up as you go. I will put all the measurements in my blog, but they should be appearing on the screen if I've remembered to pop them on there. Right, I'm going to shove that over a little bit. I want to make sure it's in the centre of both these sections, and I think that's pretty centre, don't you? Yeah. Right, now what I will do is I want to add this onto here somehow. I don't want the front of the card too busy though. So maybe I could pop some of those down there. I also have this, which I can add there. And it is all just fussy cut images. Yeah. I do have some more boats, but I think they two are enough, I think. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah. Right, now this I'm going to put on a piece of black card, and again it's just to give it a little more pop of colour. Now this is quite a small one, so if I try my 1 3/4 puncher, if I can find it. Is that it? Yep. This might be too big, but it might not. I really do like black and white, black cards. Yeah, it's going to go in there. So let's see when it closes over. I want it behind there. So I want it to kind of match up with the one on the front. Again, I am just going to pop it down with some glue and hope that my battery doesn't run out. So if I place that like so, I know that's in the centre. Fab. And I am going to attach a little anchor there and another little anchor there. Maybe a bit too busy, but I like it. Now I'm just going to set that on there a second to let it dry. What a lovely card. Manly enough, I think. Now, what we need now is a little bit of bling. A little bit of bling. And I have the perfect bling for this card, which is the, what are they called again? It's the black rhinestone jewels. And these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure these are in the new catalogue. Look at that. And I think, I don't want to put any on the front, I don't think, but I do want to attach a couple in here. More specifically in the middle there. Just ignore that extra glue that's there. Right, let me get my pick tool. Now, I do have a take your pick tool, but I keep forgetting to bring it out. I do use it though. Right, so a little rhinestone jewel in there. Awesome. And does it need anything? I think I'll put one on the light of the lighthouse. Like so. I've been trying to fancy up my YouTube videos even more lately, but oh my goodness, does it take ages to transfer the video in the program that I use. And it is a good program, but because I'm adding so much text at the top, so much at the bottom, it really, I really don't think it's worthwhile going too fancy, because the time aspect is a blooming nightmare. Right, I think that's enough. So, let me just give you a wee close-up again. So, really easy card, A4 sheet, you're just scoring it 3 and 6, and then you're cutting off 2-inch strips, and then you're trimming the card down to 6 inches. So you take another wee smidgen off. And the 2 strips you cut off, you fold them over the opposite way to put them on. Give them a little trim if you're wanting it to marry up to the edge of the DSP rather than the card, and that's why I trimmed mine slightly. But you can have it going right up to the edge if you want. So there is the beautiful card. How fantastic is that? Now what I will do now is I am going to stick a piece of grey on the back, because I want to be able to write a sentiment to my husband on the back. So if I just trim it up where I marked it off, you don't need to do a full panel, you can do a smaller panel if you like. And that is where you put your personalised little greeting. So let me adhere this on the right way, because one edge is shorter than the other, but if you want to OCD the card and straighten it up more evenly, which is what I would have preferred, then you can do that. And there we have it. Fabulous Z-fold card using the Come Sail Away With Me suite, the DSP. I would never have thought of using that, but I think that goes fantastic with the black. Very handsome card. Right guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and hopefully you've watched this video to the end, because that's what does help us YouTubers get our views up, and also as a result of increased views, more people will see our videos. So thanks to everybody. I have noticed today, although this YouTube tutorial will not be put on the day that it's made, I'm going to schedule it for at the weekend when I'm in France at the World Cup, Scotland versus England women's football, yippee. So we're going to Nice. I will schedule it, but I did notice I had 300 subscribers. So if this keeps growing, I'll hoping to get to 500, and I will do a good competition. So thank you everyone for following me so far. I do hope you like the projects, and thanks again for your support. Ta-de bye.